Our new Secretary of Homeland Security, Markwayne Mullin, oversees those federal law enforcement agencies, and he has a message of his own.
We want to just say thank you. Everybody that puts the badge on, I know they want to do their job. It's not because they're doing it for pay. And the amount of hours they work and the dedication they put on every single day when they put that uniform on, the willingness to go home or to make sure we go home before they go home to their families is quite important. I mean, you can go out there and protest them, and yet they're still willing to die for you. So I don't care what city or who your mayor is, your governor is, if they support President Trump or they don't support President Trump, they're dedicated to keeping our streets, our cities, and our states safe.
There are multiple law enforcement agencies that fall under DHS. Right. This is a group of people who have been so demonized. They've had to wait on another government shutdown. They've kind of been put through hell and back. What's it been like for these agents?
They have been through it. And they just came through a 76-day shutdown, the longest government shutdown in the history, all for political theater. Because we have Democrats blaming them, saying they're breaking the Constitution. They're enforcing the laws that Congress passed. That's well within the Constitution for them to be able to do that. Law enforcement doesn't pick and choose. They enforce the law, full stop. And then when they get their pay withheld, I told everybody, I don't need to know anything else about you except you're here, still showing up, doing your job, and not getting paid. That means that you're willing to do the job for free. You and I and the president can work with those type of people every day. So I say I had the best job in the entire cabinet, and I work with the most dedicated force in the entire country. Now that we're paid, you're going to see a whole nother side. And we haven't slowed down.
But you still have radicals like Zohran Mamdani in New York City with this anti-ICE messaging. Do they not really understand the magnitude of what they're proposing?
You can't make sense out of crazy, other than the fact that you can make the assumption, and I'm making the assumption, that they want disruption, they want chaos. And so you just have to make the assumption that the American people, especially those that fall underneath them, will wake up and say that's not what we want, because the only thing that keeps us from achieving success is the limitations we put on ourselves right now.
The United States Secret Service also falls under the DHS umbrella, and the men and women of the United States Secret Service are constantly being tested at this time in our country. Maybe for the American people out there, you can describe truly how great our United States Secret Service is.
Let's talk about their families, first of all, because you and I have Secret Service with us all the time. And they're there to make sure that we can still live somewhat of a normal life, although there's nothing normal about this. But they're doing that at the expense of their own family time.
Right.
When I'm with my kids at a wrestling tournament, or we're at an event, or we go to church, Secret Service is with me. Their kids aren't. Their wives aren't. And their dedication is like something I've never seen before. And people should be proud of it, but yet they constantly get criticized. But think about that. Yes, in Butler, there was a failure, but what happened is immediately everybody jumped up that was around the president and shielded them with, not a shield, with their own body, meaning that they were willing to die right then for the president without hesitation. And you saw the same thing take place at the correspondent dinner. They came rushing in and covered us with their own bodies. So we got to thank their family for willing to support their loved one for coming out and doing that. And the Democrats are jumping all over this fact that Congress is needing to put $1 billion into Secret Service's hopper because of what they're saying, the East Ballroom. That's not true. There's more than enough funding to be able to cover that from private funds. But keep in mind, the Secret Service cannot take private funding. And Congress wrote those policies. It's not about the ballroom. It's about the real threats facing us every day. I'll tell you from an unclassified level is we have to step up our game. And the Democrats that's demonizing this knows it.
Well, you'll fight for their honor. I can tell you every single member of our family will do the same. Turning to the TSA, airports really were hit hard as well during this shutdown. You had agents who left their jobs. We're heading into a very busy travel season this summer. How are you able to address kind of that shortage that we may see at the airports?
We lost roughly 1,600 TSA agents during the 76-day shutdown. Now, It takes us 4 to 6 months to train them, and we have FIFA coming, which is World Cup. We have 11 host cities inside the United States. By the way, the first game is June 11th. We're going to have an additional 5 to 7 million visitors coming in just for the games. TSA is also going to be responsible for 11 of the games. They're going to be at the stadiums on 11 different incidents because of the different security threats, depending who is going to be playing, because we have some interesting countries that's coming over to play. You know, we're going to have to probably bring in CPP, Custom Border Protection. We're probably going to bring HSI in. We may have to use ICE agents to even do it. So we're going to make it work, but the Democrats, what they did during the 76-day shutdown is while we were still able to deliver on mission, they took the ability away from us to be able to be as proactive. And if you're not proactive, you start being reactive at some point. And so there is a little bit of this that we're having to react to because of the amount of personnel we lost because of the political theater the Democrats decided to play with the Department of Homeland.
We are in the Coast Guard headquarters,
yes,
as maybe people can see behind us here. They actually have a very unique role. They serve a dual purpose. They're both part of the military as well as with some law enforcement capabilities. Right. So what do you want the country to know as DHS Secretary about our Coast Guard?
Out of my 22 components I have here, I'm not trying to play favorites. The Coast Guard has some really cool toys, and their mission is crazy important. Yeah. Every drug interdiction we do, every boat that is seized, DOW gets the credit, but it's the Coast Guard that leads it. They also are in charge of licensing all of our vessels that operate within our waters. DOW takes care of everything once it hits our international waters. But what's protecting the homeland, what's protecting our waterways before it gets to our land is the Coast Guard. And yet they never go out there and brag enough about themselves. I find it a huge privilege. That's why I wanted to do the interview over here. By the way, this building was dedicated to them in 2013. It's the first permanent home that the Coast Guard has ever had.
What an honor to be here,
yeah,
and thank you for bragging on them. How has this transition been for you, and is there anything that's really surprised you coming into this role?
I think my wife has said it the best. Christy, who's, we've been together basically since 3rd grade, been married for 29 years, by the way, June 14th. And this has taken a lot of time from the family, and so I hate being away from them. But my wife said it the best. She says, "I've never seen a job fit your personality more than this." Wow. She knows I love it, and so this is a family. We're all together, and I haven't quit smiling. I mean that sincerely. It is such an honor that President Trump nominated me for this, and then was able to swear me in the Oval Office. And I tell people, typically when I'm talking on stage, there's a flag behind me, and I say, listen, if you agree with that flag as much as I do, then that's all we need to know. We can have disagreements, and we can agree to disagree as long as we're willing to defend that flag with our life. Here, our mission is to protect the homeland. I don't care if you're a Republican, you're a Democrat, it's just, do you believe in the mission? Because I do, and I'm all in. And I said this from the get-go, no one will outwork me. But everybody here is trying.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube, and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.